not feel like small, you know, it feels like you guys are the small ones. ちょっと待って。Where is BGM? Oh. Hello everyone. 斜め下から失礼します。あははははは。あははははは。Hello. No, there's no BGM happening. There we go. Now there's BGM happening. ちょっと待って。翻訳機能どこだ？ん？これ？One second. Ah, wait. I don't know where to put this. I think above, below, middle, up. 上にしよう. Alright, I'll put that at the top. I guess we'll put this down here. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know where to put these. Arigato. How is everyone today? How's the audio balance, by the way? ちょっとちっちゃい？でかい？ How is the audio balance? Hello, hello. Audio is good? Good, 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 good. So it's gonna be a short stream. And let's see. Welcome in, everybody. How is everyone today?いい感じに見える？いいですね。グー。あれ、どうしよう。もっとちっちゃくするとどうなる？これが一番ちっちゃい。どう？足動かないけど。My feet do not move. My feet do not move. Oh yeah, my Twitter tag is the 0 instead of O, because someone took the O. なんです。And then today I was gonna play with the little features that we found. What's this? Whoa! すごっ. Let's make this like pinkish color. God rays. Hello everyone. How are you? Good? What's this one? This one's blue. Oh, warm, cool. What's Ooh. これはおすごっ。うわー Flashbang! Sorry, that was bad. Also flashbang. My eyes! 待って The flare maybe angle from like a little bit. Oh yeah, and then we had what's this one? Color grading. Rim light. Oh, this one's a cool one. Make the size a bit smaller. Press it down just a little bit. すごくないこれ? You can actually see the shadows on my hands. すごいよね. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's right. I can do a little outline. Drop shadow. It's すごくないこれ。やばかった今の。今のやばかった。Particle effects. Sparkle. 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 Heart. Heart. 桜。桜の花びらたちが咲く頃。Yeah. Actually, I do want to make it just a little bit darker. Brightness down a little bit. Nice. And of course, we have the. Oh, I forgot to get rid of this one. Oh yeah, and then there's this, and this, and this. Remember? Game editing. It can be in color. Yaba. I remember. Dun, dun, dun. Grainy. Vignette. And then we have, what's this? Pixelized. 何これ? Nani kore? And then this is very komakai pixels. I can be a single pixel. This is a single pixel editing. Oh, and then this is frame rate. 0 frames, 1 frame. めっちゃラグいみたい。60 frames per second, 15 frames per second. Hello. See, I'm thinking for the 2 years. Oh my gosh, 2 years. Isn't that crazy? すごくないですか? And then we've got the wobbly screen. Wow. 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 Oh yeah, and of course we've got the. Whoa. 何これ? うわあ。You guys know there's like short shorts videos where they're eating food, and then the person's just like. There's like, I don't know, there's like people that's eating foods in like this like really wide fish angle, and it just, yeah. Hello, welcome in. Wow. 面白すぎそれな。やばいよね。うわー。うわー。モニタリングそうだよね。あれちょっと待って。もうちょっと近めの方がいいか。こうやってね。あ、やばい。A bit closer, and it goes. お願い君が欲しいな。何日出しでIt became one color, one pixel editing. It's like that one. There's another one. This is other thing. It's like the なんだっけ? It's like that one rat that's like sniffing. It's like you got any cheese? Got any cheese in your pocket? I think I can sniff some cheese. So だよね。Rodent Mariri, yeah. The sniffer. Sniff. Sniff, sniff. Hamster. I kind of eat like a hamster actually. I stuff my cheeks with foods and then I slowly eat from the foods that I stuff into my cheeks. Anyone else do the same? Kawaii? Nani ga? What is? Haha.そう。ほっぺになんかね、中身にこうやってペラペラペラって入れてゆっくり食べるんですよ。Welcome in everyone. Welcome in. I would like to tell you of like a crazy dream that I had recently. Some crazy dreams that I've had. The other day I had a dream where I literally went through an entire life cycle. I kid you not, I was born in the dream, and what happened was literally I spent half the dream in school. I was in school. I don't quite remember the details of it, right? So I started off like a whole lifetime and I was like, yeah, that's fine, let's go. And then like it was a series of dreams as well. So I was in school this first dream and I was like, okay. And I wake up and I'm like, I'm thirsty, I need to drink water. I drink water. And then I go back to sleep. And then it's the same dream. But I went to get a job. And I got the job and I was like, wow, what is happening? And I woke up and I need to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and then go back to sleep. And then after that, I retired. And I was like, oh my God, I just like lived through my entire life like in a dream. It's just in multiple dreams, in like 3 different dreams, but they were all it started off at like the exact same place as the previous one. So like if Like the first dream was when I first went to the school and I was going to the school and everything, and then I wake up, and then when I went back into the dream, I was graduating from the school and finding my first job, and I get my first job. I'm like, yeah. And then afterwards I wake up and I go back to I went back to sleep again, and then it's like I am like the job just finished and I'm now going to be retired kind of stuff. And I was like, what is happening? Why is it continuing? Why is it connected? It was connected. The dreams are like fully connected, and it was really crazy. You know? なるほどね。So this kind of series of dreams really make me take notes of the details of what happened inside the dream. Yeah, sometimes, you know, it's like, what happens if it actually comes real? Like, what happens if it actually happens? You know what I mean? もし本当にあったらどうなるの? Wow, I know, it's crazy.謎ダンスあれなんですよ、最近流行ってる大嫌い。大体あなたのこと私大嫌いねバイバイバイして大嫌いになった。I know, it's a nice song, isn't it? いい曲ですよね。Good. I won't be streaming for very long today. I will stream tomorrow, but next week I'm gonna have I'm gonna take 2 days off because I have stuff offline that I need to get done. It's stuck in your head, let's go. I wish I could record more chibi dances, but my VR headset is kind of broken, so I cannot. ダメなんですよ。Yes, I will stream tomorrow. I still haven't really decided what I want to stream tomorrow yet. Let's see. I'll decide a bit. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Said hi. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna make a schedule this week. I'll make it after the stream because it's gonna be a short stream, and we're probably gonna do a raid into Sunny Senpai's karaoke for his birthday. Might end up being manual, we'll see how it goes. But yeah. Wonderful. Sunny Senpai's karaoke. And then while he's doing his karaoke, I'll probably make my schedule for the week. Yeah. That's what's the plan. But in general, just expect less streams for the next like couple of months. Like from this next week and the next couple of months, expect less streams because I'm gonna be very busy with like offline work stuff. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And then once I finally settle down on everything, then you'll know. Why can you be so happy? It's not fully all just happy, you know? It's just thinking in a positive way. Even if you're not in the best mood, sometimes if you think in a positive way, you might end up feeling just a little bit better. It's very impressive. Thank you very much. Yeah. The next couple of months, I'll be very, very busy preparing for stuff. And yeah, so please continue to support even when I'm very busy. I have more projects that's coming out this month. Next month probably will have less projects, but it's alright. Hello. I have 2 projects coming out this month actually. I think one of them is gonna be a cover song that is still in the works, hopefully somewhat soon. And then the other one is gonna be a new outfit and something else. これからもたくさん応援してありがとう。I keep like just casually saying it as if like it's so normal. Yeah, this month sometime. Don't interact with people who are trolling, okay, guys? If anyone's being like rude or anything, don't interact with them or anything. Just ignore. Singing. And then what else was I gonna say? I feel like I always have so many ideas of what to talk about before I start the stream, and then the second I start the stream, everything just leaves my brain, like all of a sudden. I was watching the new episode of Apothecary Diaries today. I'm also like up to date to the manga. It's so good, man. It's so good. I think it's actually my favorite anime right now. Favorite anime right now, currently, Apothecary Diaries. 薬屋の独り言。Mao Mao is so cute. Yeah? Gotta catch up. Yes, the onsen episode. That's what came out. Wakaru. I know. Mao Mao is such a mood as well sometimes. Oh my gosh, you know what's like one of the TikTok trends that I saw a little while ago? It's like a Japanese trend. It's just like 何歳なのに可愛いねじゃないの。こっちは努力して可愛いに可愛いでいてるなとか。まあ何歳になっても可愛いねっていうの違うなとか。ちょっと間違えた。And then there's えほえほえほえほ。I have an idea for that sometime soon that I will not spoil yet. I must not spoil it.眠くなったら寝る。お昼過ぎに起きる。ご飯も食べる。I'm always on TikTok. Oh, that one trend. It was so funny. I was playing with TikTok. Like, I was looking through TikTok today and I just kept seeing like cats. Like, you know, I have so many cat memes. Like, what's it called? I have so many cat memes on my For You page. The struggle to not talk. I know. The struggle to just not like blurt out every single project that I have in the works is a pain. It's hard. 難しい. Every single project that's in the works. I have so many, and I feel like I'm low-key overwhelmed myself a little bit with projects. So I've been like a little bit more delayed on them. Because it was meant to be a cover per month this year as well, but because I have also been working on like preparing for moving countries, and also some other stuff at the same time, I've kind of been like just I'm like, you know what? It's fine. We'll release it once we settle down. That's what's happening. But yes, that's what I've been saying. So I'm like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll work on them. Like, there's still a lot to work on. And yeah. And I've also seen a lot of things. Like, every single time, by the way, I see someone just like, oh, I want a cover between these people, or I want a duet between these people, or something like that. Two things, okay? One, maybe it's in the works and it's just gonna take a year or two for it to happen. Two, it's not easy to make covers. So like, when it comes to like duet covers, even harder to do so, because it's double the amount of art that you gotta commission to. Which is all cool and everything, but sometimes it's just it can get, like, covers can get pretty pricey. So that's why I'm taking it slow a little bit, because I gotta, I mean, I say all this, but I have a 6-person cover coming out this month. And another song related thing as well. Yeah, 6-person cover coming out this month. Said she while coordinating a 6-person production. Ha 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 ha. No, but what I mean by taking it easy is right now I'm focusing on this one, like, what's it called, 6-person cover, rather than working on like 4 different covers at one time, because that's what I actually had to do in the last like 2.5 years in order to make covers every single month. Kozu-san! スポチャありがとうございます。今週もお疲れ様。来週のアイドルプライドも楽しみにしてます。忙しそうだけど無理せず体調に気をつけていつも応援してます。ありがとうございます。Thank you, thank you. Yeah, like when I first debuted, that was when the grind started. So every single time I would release a cover, I would already be working on 2 or 3 of the other projects that I'm working on that comes out a little bit afterwards and everything. And then I also, but yeah, so right now, even though I do have like a couple of other covers that I'm going to work on as well, I'm just like, it's okay. Let's just do this like 6-person cover first, and then we'll think about the other ones. Then we'll start thinking about the other ones, because it's not just this 6-person cover that I'm doing. I'm working on something else in the background too, on top of also making making an MV for Idol Pride. So wish me luck. So like I say I'm really like doing one thing, but I'm actually doing like 4 different things already. It's just usually these 4 different things get multiplied by different projects as well. Yeah. But I'm also procrastinating a lot, so I'm like, man, it's like that never-ending like feeling where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm working so much, and it's like, but I'm not working as much. How come I could work more back then? Why is it not working out as well now? And stuff like that. There's also like all these different stuff. It's just some months it's easier to work on projects, and other months it's slightly less easy to make projects. Yeah. I mean, I've said this before, and I'm pretty open about it, but all of the covers that I make are pretty much ran in the red because covers are passion projects and it doesn't really generate any income whatsoever. Yay! So please listen to my original songs a lot. Onegaishimasu. マルチタスクできない。できるけどできない。I know, it's such an expensive hobby. I wish it didn't. You know, sometimes I was talking to people of like I was talking to like other members offline. I was like, man, I wish that making covers and stuff didn't take so long, and I wish that like it was like a lot more affordable to do as well. I mean, I guess I could just make covers without like a fancy MV or anything, but I want the fancy MV too. So I guess that's a me problem. But like, yeah. This next cover that's coming out though, I've seen a little snippet of the MV and it looks so good. It's a me problem. でも大丈夫. But thank you to everybody who always comes by to my I can't speak. Thank you to everyone who always comes by to my streams, and if you leave it out in the background as well, it also helps a lot. So thank you everyone. Why am I like slightly to the side? Thank you for the stream. Thank you. Sometimes I feel like, am I talking about the same things every single stream? I think I always think that. Every single time I'm like, do I talk about the same thing every single stream? I think so. Maybe. Do I? Maybe I just like slightly like talk about a different branch of the same thing, I feel. Haha, I'm making MVs. The MV artists are correct. There's so many like creators out there who make like amazing MVs, and of course, like in order to make an amazing MV, sometimes what's it called? There are two different ways. You can also use like the live 2D model, which also is thanks to like the artist and everything. But also, if you like commission artworks and then you send the artworks to the MV editor who makes it all fancy and everything, it becomes like really pretty and like pleasing to watch, which is why I tend to like find different artists and commission them for each like work that I do, because it's cool. Minako, thank you so much for the super. You're doing amazing work with your projects, and it shows how much you love, passion, and effort you put into them. I'm happy to support you as much as I can. Thank you. Thank you. Will not notice the repetitives when. Really? I see. You know, I feel like I tell the same stories to my friends as well. I'm like, oh my gosh, did you know the other day? And then they'll be like, you told me that already. I'll be like, oh, okay. But did you know the other day? Anyone else also have that? Thank you. I also got like a little sneak, I mean not a sneak peek, but I got a little thing that I checked today, and I'm so excited to work on it as well. So many things in the works. Friends retell stories to you all the time. You just nod and laugh along. I'm like, yeah. It's like, guys, did you know the other day I did this? And then you're like, yeah, you told us that 5 times already. I'm like, oh, okay. But did you know the other day I did this? Just like, yeah, you just said that. Typical moment. Yeah. I have to see them all. Thank you. Please share them when they get released. I think I've talked about this before as well, but when I try to make like covers and stuff or different projects, I actually, for art and like things like that, a lot of, like, not all the time, but a lot of the times I tend to like look through. I have like a list of artists from, especially from people who have drawn like fan art in the past, and I've just been asking, like going through them like little by little. I'm like, do you commission art and stuff like that? And I think a lot of the artists that I've worked with had in the past drawn like fan art or something, and I'm always like, thank you so much for the fan art previously. I would like to commission you for something. You know? Yeah, listen to it for the 10th time. Building her own ecosystem. What does that even mean? Megane, thank you for the stream labs. How loud was the wah? Amazing, I know. Bless the artist. Thank you. Could be louder. I actually don't know how to turn it up because it does not like there's no slider to turn it up. So yeah. Also, I realized that we had like I didn't add the stinger into the transition. I'll have to figure that out next time because it's like an instant transition instead. Bless the artists. Arigato. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it's because it's a like a what's it called? Public domain song, I think. Let me pull up Ave Maria. Public domain songs, man. What songs have I been listening to recently? I feel like I've been watching these too many like of these Chinese short dramas. Yeah, you guys know which ones I'm talking about? It's just like, oh, I've been reborn to that time when I was still like really into this guy and was giving up my hard-earned money for them to be able to like live comfortably, and he treats me like trash. And then the guy walks in. It's just like, I told you to go buy lunch for me and my girlfriend. And then it's just like, yeah, you're just a servant in this house. You need to go buy lunch for him quickly and stuff like that. Those shorts dramas are really funny. Was that tea? Thank you for the super. Arigato. 5th super. Thank you. Heart. Hello. 7 last. No. The plot twist in the shorts drama is it's the fact that the guy that sometimes it's the opposite way around, but like the ones that I see the most are the girl is the one that really likes the guy who treats her like trash and everything. And the guy always has this other girl that he likes more that is always really like not nice to everyone else, and it's like very like I think in English it's pick me, but in Chinese it's called 绿茶. And then what's it called? So then the girl is actually the one that's rich, and the girl is actually the one that is the master of the house. But then the guy is like is technically just the son of a 保姆. What's a 保姆? It's like the auntie that cleans the house for you, like for rich people, right? And so the what's it called? The guy, for some reason, the girl who's really like in the lady of the rich family, for some reason really likes the guy. And in the previous life, she was like doing everything for this guy as he would tell her, and then he still doesn't treat her that well. And then she's just like, yeah, I mean, it's okay because I like him anyways. And then in the end, they always get betrayed last minute, like they get sick or something, right? And then the girl is just like always next to the guy, and it's just like, haha, I know you need this. I know you need this to be plugged in for you to be able to breathe. But, you know, with you gone, we'll be able to not have to look after you anymore. So, and then the girl will be like, if there is another life, I promise I will never love you ever again. And then they go like, she goes, oh, wait, isn't this situation something that happened back in high school? Or like, isn't this situation something that happened years ago? And then it's just like, and then the guy comes in, it's just like, didn't I tell you to go buy us lunch? And then she's just like, oh yeah, I remember now. I used to run to buy lunch for them and then just eat leftovers all by myself, even though it was with my money. And then she goes and buys the lunch, right? She goes, buys the lunch, and she comes back and she starts eating. And she's eating, and then the guy comes in, it's just like, why are you eating the food? That's for me and my girlfriend. And then the girl's just like, why is it yours? It's my money. And for some reason, the classmates are always just like, your money? Don't you mean the money that you got paid for working at the master's house? And then she's just like, oh, is that so? Well, who's the actual master of the house? It's always like this. They always become so sassy and everything. It's pretty cool. And then the guy will be like, yeah, that's right. You're just a servant in my house, right? You're just a servant in my house. And the girl's like, okay. Oh, is that true? And it's just like, yeah, you don't deserve to sit in this spot. Get out. And then it like kicks them out and everything, right? And then they go out. Yeah, I'm talking about the Chinese short dramas. I'm literally talking about it. What's the title? I'm mixing different ones together. It's just like the overall plot. And then it's like the girl is just like, oh, are you serious? I think these ones are usually when there's like a family chef that comes in to cook for the girl, but then the girl's just like, it's okay, I'm gonna let the boy have it because it's like, I like them. And then so the guy is like is so used to eating it, and the person who actually brings the food is the guy's mother. And then so like, what's it called, they bring the food in, and then because she came back into life, and she's just like, this time in life I'm not gonna fall in love with them. And she's like, I already don't like you anymore. And then everything, so she goes in and sits down, right? And then they're like bringing out the food, and then she's just like, serve the food. And then the mother is just like, but master has not arrived yet. And it's just like, who's the master? I didn't know that there's a master in this house. I should be the only lady in the house. There's no master in this household. And then the lady is just like, why is she acting up today? Like, usually she's always like, so in Chinese, they always say 舔狗, which is like a direct translation of it would be the guys, what's it called? No, not the guys. When a person sucks up to another person because they like them, they get called 舔狗, which is like, a direct translation of it is lick dog. A dog that licks, I don't know, the other person's shoes or something. So pretty much a simp, yeah. And so like, they're just like, what? Why is she acting up today? Isn't she usually a simp for my son? And it's just anything. And then so the son walks in, right? Yeah. So then the son walks in, and then what's it called? The mother is just like, oh, master, welcome, please sit. And then and then the guy would be like, why are you sitting there? I thought I said you're not gonna have food because you didn't buy lunch for us, like buy a lunch snack for us earlier, and you decided to eat it yourself. And it's just like, why do I need to ask you to eat my food? And when did I allow you to eat this food today? And then it's just like, what are you talking about? And then the classmates are like, what are you talking about? Like, you're the one that's being allowed to eat with them, not the other way around. And it's just like, oh, is that so? And then the mother and the boy is just like, you know what? We're gonna work with this, and we're gonna like grab this. We're gonna like work with this and with everyone's trust and everything. It's just like, yeah, get out of here. You're not gonna be eating today. So then the girl gets kicked out of the classroom. They close the door and everything. And then the girl's just like, huh, is that so? Calls the parents. Mom? Yeah, so our chef, our workers are like, how do you say fan kang? In Chinese, fan kang. It's like when they meant to do something, but they do something that's against the rules. What's it called? Yeah, that what's it called? Our workers are working against us right now. They're rebelling. Yeah, our workers are rebelling against us right now. Insubordination, that's a better word. Our workers are being insubordinate right now. And then like the mom is just like, okay, give me one moment. Gives a call to like the guy's like mom. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate? And then they come out and it's just like, lady, please enter. And then for some reason the guy would always be like, oh, it's because like what's it called? Her mom has been a long worker in the house and actually saved my parents at one point, so they have a soft spot for her. And then they're just like, but she can't keep getting away with this. You should just fire her and whatever. And then every single time it comes to like the birthday plot. So then the birthday plot was the boy is having the birthday, and each year the girls like prepares a really fancy party for the guy, and it's just like at the most difficult to book area because you know she's rich and everything. And then so the guy takes this for granted and then takes everybody there, and it's just like, yeah, you're not invited this year. And then she's just like, oh, is that so? That's fine, because I'm gonna go with my fiance that my mom set for me, who actually really likes her. And a lot of the times they end up being the ones that are also like goes back in time and everything. And so then the girl is just like, yeah, I don't care about that. But they always end up in the same building. And they end up in the same building, and they go in, right? And they're inside the room, and it's just like, I thought I didn't invite you. And she's just like, I don't need your invitation for me to be here. Instead of being like, yeah, no, I'm in the next room over. They're just like, I don't need your invitation for me to be here. And then instead of anything, they just keep going on about it. And it's just like, you don't even deserve to be here and whatever. And they're like fighting them and everything, right? And then in the end, it's just like, oh, is that so? So you're gonna pay the bill today, are you? Hello. And then the guy is just like, yeah, of course, anyone order as much as you want. And so what's it called? Everyone in the classroom is like ordering like the most expensive meals and the most expensive drinks and everything. And then they're just like, wow, as expected of the master, this wine is, one bottle alone is like $100,000 or something like that, right? And then they're just like, of course, order away, drink away. And then the guy is just like, so no, the girl's like, are you sure you can pay that? Are you sure you can pay all that money? And the guy just goes, what? And it's like, what do you mean? Of course I can. And then they try to pay, right? They tried to pay and it fails. And then she's just like, well, it seems it can't be helped. I guess I'll pay for you and stuff like that. So like she stopped the card from the guy. The guy's card initially was actually her card or whatever. And it always becomes like that. And in the end, the girl that is the girl that's like the pick-me and everything is just like, you need to, I forgot how to say it in English. In Chinese, it's 讨好这个人. It's like, make sure, you have to get on their good side again. You can't like, what's it called, you can't keep fighting with them, otherwise you won't have money for your school fees. And then so the guy's just like, you know what, that's right. She liked me so much before, so all I have to do is just show her a little bit of friendliness, and she'll love me all over again. And then he goes up, it's just like, you know, I'll forgive you for all the stuff that you've done. And then, what's it called? And then the girl is just like, what are you talking about? Like, forgive me? Me? Why would I need you to forgive me? I should be the one forgiving you and stuff like that. And those are how the stories always end up. And like the guy and the other person always end up failing, like losing all the money and everything and not working anymore. I don't know why I keep watching those shorts videos. Moral of the story, love yourself more. Don't let you... What? Yeah, put yourself before you put others. I mean, it's also like just if someone's treating you really, really badly, don't let them walk all over you. I guess that's like the better way to say it, probably. That was a shorts video? No, it's a shorts movie. So it's in the shorts form and they do like actual like acting and there's like acting for everything. But the plot is always so simple and it's always the exact same. So you can low-key like understand. You can low-key like predict what's gonna happen next. But I just keep watching them anyways. And also like the way I find them a lot of the times is actually I'm scrolling on TikTok. I'm scrolling on TikTok and then it just goes, it starts playing. It's just like, why did you do this? Don't you know? I didn't push grandma down the stairs. It wasn't me. I'm sending you to the like, what's it called? I'm gonna send you to the rehabilitation place to get, what's it called? To learn how to be a normal human being or whatever, right? And then what's it called? And then they had every time they go to the rehabilitation center or whatever, they get like abused in there, and then they come out and they're all like so scared of everything. And then the other person that like was actually the one who pushed grandma down the stairs is just like, they will never believe you. You can try, but they will never believe you. But then there's always someone else that's rooting for the main character. And so in the end, the main character does get justice. But for the entire movie, they're always being like punished. And they're being punished and punished and punished. And every time she tries to explain themselves, the person that used to be really nice to them is just like, why would I believe you? You're the one who did this, this, and this. It's so bad. And then always at the end, when they finally find out the truth, it's just like, oh, it wasn't her who pushed grandma down the stairs. It was this one who we were believing this whole time. They're just like, we're so sorry. It's like, I'm so sorry. You forgive me, right? And then the girl's like, why would I forgive you? I'm like, yeah, how do they expect someone to go through all that hurt, right? Like they got betrayed and betrayed and betrayed and betrayed and betrayed, and they just go, sorry, you'll forgive me, right? Like, no, it's not that easy. Mate, you didn't believe me when I tried to explain myself at all. You just believed some other person that just like spouted words that you think would make sense because they said it at the right timings. That's not how this works, okay? Just because you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I know I believe their words without any proof, but like, it's just it sounded real, so that's why I believed it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be that mean to you. Will you forgive me? And the girl's like, why should I forgive you? I'm like, yes, that's the right response. You know, so these kind of shorts videos are always like that. It's always the nice character being evil. I mean, it's like the nice character. So they're not actually nice. They're acting nice. And it's always so obvious. It's always just like, for example, when the girl goes in, it's just like, oh, big brother, you know, it's like, sister, I know you don't like me, but you don't have to hit me. Or it's like, sister, I know you really like your brother, but like, it's really not right for the family. And then the girl's trying to do something to prove that she's not the one who did something wrong. And then she would like, the girl that's acting really nice will twist it to be in a different situation. It's just like, oh, and another thing is they'll be talking one-on-one. They're talking to each other. And then the girl who's like acting nice in front of everyone else is just going to be like, you know, what's it called? If you like, I forgot the word of it. It's just like no one in this family cares about you anymore because I am gonna take all their care. And guess what? Let me tell you a little secret. You know the thing that you got blamed for? It was me who did it. And then the girl will be like, "What do you mean that's what you did?" And then the other person that's really acting really nice will look to another place and be like, "See the family members walking by," and then they will slap themselves in the face. It's just like, watch this, slap themselves in the face, fall down. It's just like, sister, I know you don't like me. I know you think I'm taking away all the things that belong to you, but you didn't have to hit me. And for some reason the family believes them every single time, and it's so frustrating to watch, but I watch it anyways. Who knows what's going on, but still does not help out. I mean, there's also like, I feel like it's both. Both are just as bad in their own ways. Arigatou, Sakura. Great acting. Such bad written drama characters. I know! Like these shows, the acting isn't that great. Like sometimes, like out of nowhere, the acting will be amazing. And then other times, the acting would just be like kind of mediocre. And then most of the time, like every single time, the writing of the story is always so like doesn't make much sense. Do you know what I mean? Like the writing of the plot is always the exact same, and I just keep watching it over and over again. You know? It's bad, but you can't stop watching. Exactly. It's meant to, I think it's written to be cheap, written to be fast. And so it's not, of course, like a lot of the stuff is like very, very low budget. This is like made to be low budget pretty much. But I think because everybody's been really everybody's been really liking this kind of like short content, that's why they keep making it. The complex characters, don't worry, there's proper shows as well, you know what I mean? Like I'm watching this one show right now that's called Ski Into Love, and it's really nice. It's like a C-drama about this manga artist that likes a skiing person, you know? But yeah, a bit not good for kids. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. Brain rot, low-key, yeah, low-key. Sometimes. Low budget, but also super long, like hundreds of episodes. Yeah, I know, and you just find yourself like you keep watching it for some reason. Like you just end up watching it anyways. It's kind of crazy. Dun, dun, dun. The pure tearjerkers where the victim never gets justice. I get really dissatisfied when that happens, honestly. Honestly, like I think I tend to like the ones where the victim gets justice in the end. But I think I have also watched those ones too. I think so. I can't even remember. But like most of the ones that I watch, they always get justice way too late. Like it's at literally these shorts are like 2 hours long, okay? They're 2 hours long, and then for the whole 2 hours almost, they're being berated by everyone. No one's trusting them. They're being publicly humiliated. Sometimes they're being like hit and everything. Sometimes they're just being like sent to the hospital for no reason at all, and like because they no one else helped them or whatever. And then in the last 5 minutes, that's when they get the justice. That's 5 minutes. That's all you get. Justice, 5 minutes. The rest of it, drama. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's always in the last 5 minutes, just like, I tried to tell you. I was the one who was helping you out. She was trying to just make use of your money. Or whatever. It's always like that. Konbanwa. But I watch these in the background all the time as well. So much suffering for very little satisfaction. So fun. The speed runs on ending. I know, the ending's always so fast. It's just like, Like sometimes they'll be like, oh, I finally got married to the person who actually cares about me or whatever. And then they will do all the stuff. And the person who actually cares about them, and the marriage is like 10 seconds long, and then they're just like, yeah, you'll never have to worry another day of your life or whatever. And that lasts for like another 10 seconds, and it's just like, okay, end of the show. They abruptly end as soon as they get together for real most of the time. I kind of get it though, because low-key when they get together in like a romance movie, like romance anime or something, right? It gets really tricky to continue it, to make sure to appease every single person. Because if you appease every single person, it gets too complicated. But also, like, I feel like sometimes when they try to continue on the story, it kind of then becomes a little bit boring. And then there's gonna be people out there that are like, they should have just ended it earlier rather than ruining the story. Also, the other point is, when they make these anime and they end it as soon as the romance starts, as soon as they get together and everything, right? The reason why they end it is to leave some room for imagination. Leave some room about imagination, okay? That's why these shows leave it on. Talking about romance, we were talking about anime. We're talking about anime. And think of it this way, right? If they leave it an open ending and everything, you can imagine everything else that happens in the show. But if they tell every single part of it, sometimes I like it too. Like, I like being able to see what like the author thinks as well. But also, what's stopping me from just having those imaginations about what's gonna, like, what's it called? Like, wow, this person after they got the heartbroken because the heroine decided to go for the main lead instead of the second male lead. They found someone else that they really liked, and they got together with that person, and they were happily ever after. That's another like imagination I could have, even if they tell the story of the main lead, anyways. But anyways, you know, you love open endings so much, yeah. I think that's one thing. The worst is an anime is based off an unfinished manga and they do not even get together by the end. No. Man, I know. Sometimes I do want to see manga be like adapted into anime, so I could hear the characters that I really liked reading about with a voice. You know what I mean? Sometimes I really like those. So yeah. The time skip makes you super sad, and suddenly all the characters you invested in are much older and live their lives without me witnessing it. Oh no! Otaku wa kanji tte nante yomun desu ka, sono kanji? Wakannai. Kousatsu? 考察ってなんだっけ？ちょっと浮かばない。You love doomed romance? It's kind of a... I have no idea what that word is. Kind of thing since you... If this romance is never gonna work out. And then they don't get together in the end. And you're like, man, I knew this was happening, but man... It's so good. I just like watching. I feel like I like everything. Like, I just like watching. I like watching a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just watch things that doesn't make any sense. I just leave it on in the background while my brain is off. I feel like that's why my brain is just so full of brain rot. Because I'm like, I'll be like having an anime in the background, having a literally, okay, this was me like the other day. I had an anime on my, like one of those anime that had like a really, really thin plot. The plot is like really predictable on my iPad. On my phone, I had one of those Chinese short dramas. On my PC, I had like, I don't know, Overwatch running. And I was also in a VC with someone as well. And I was doing all of those at the same time. And my brain is just being overloaded by everything. You like romance stories where one sacrifices their own happiness for the sake of the others? Like, you will not be happy with me, so I'll give up on you. Wow. Yeah, those are usually the supporting characters, but that's the whole point, right? The supporting character is the whole point. But I guess like they could pretend, like they could make out the story to look as if the supporting character was actually the male lead, but in reality they were the second male lead instead. And then in the end they do the plot twist. But I think people have already done that. I think people have already done that as well. You know, second male lead syndrome. Oh god. I kind of want to spin off when these characters get their own story and find their own happiness. That is true. But you know, that's what there's like fan fictions are for. That's why people write fan fictions in the first place. Can you imagine if fan fictions get their own anime as well? Has that been done before in the past? Wait, fan fiction. Fan fiction that became anime. Let's see. There is. I know that people have talked about. I've never watched it myself, but I heard that like 50 Shades of Grey was like a fan fiction of, was it Twilight or something? I forgot. Was it? Sorry. And then it became popular, so they made it into its own series or whatever, or something like that, right? What kind of anime? Then the second male lead is better than the male lead. Oh my gosh, dude, sometimes I think that too. I'm just like, man, the male lead. Okay, tribute. The male lead left you without any communication. If they really liked you, I know they're reformed, but that doesn't fix the fact, okay? They literally left you, gave you no way of communicating. Like, you can't even call them, you can't text them, they don't respond to anything, and you're still like, but I still like them though. When the second male lead is like there for you, they're there whenever you're in trouble, you're crying, they're right next to your side, they're like, I got you, girl. I'll be right next to you, right by your side. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm right here, and stuff like that. And then they're like, oh, thanks so much, and they get together for like a very, very short time. It's just like, but I still like the other person. I'm sorry, I feel really bad for doing this to you, but I like the other person, and everything, you know. So yeah. A really edgy distance sometimes, just rude manly. I know. I'm like, how does this even work? Like, it's only understandable. Like, I can get audience people like viewing those shows. Like, I can get why they would like those, right? Like, I can get if they would like those because when you're watching a show, you can hear the guys' inner monologues. But in person, that would never work. If you're like, it's not like I like you or anything, and then in the mind it's just like, oh man, why am I always like this? Like, why do I always speak like this? That's not what I want to say. And it's just like, yeah, just go away. I don't want you to be here anyways. Oh, why did I say that? I actually just really want them to be right next to me all the time and everything. And then it's just like the people who are watching the show, it's just like, oh, but you don't understand. They're actually really nice. They're actually like a softie inside, and whatever. But then in reality, if any of this happens, no one would know, and everyone would just be like, what the heck is wrong with this person? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Does this MC be like, I don't understand. I know. Since that only works in fiction, I know. That's what I say as well. Male lead is always the joke, and the second male lead is always there for them. I know. And then they always choose the male lead anyways. I think people can sometimes fall in love with the idea of someone they are deeply in love with rather than what those people really are. I see. It's the bad boy fans. Apparently that's very popular. That is true. Like, there's some people who just like people who aren't like, you know, there's like tropes where someone treats you really, really well and you're like, you know, I like being treated well, but I also I I feel like I want to be with someone who's a little bit more demanding about other stuff or whatever, right? And so and so like they will happen. And for some reason they choose someone who doesn't even like them, and then they're like, oh, but I think they secretly like me, you know? They're so strong, and I think like they do blah 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 blah. I'm like, no. Yeah, there's so many of these. The bad boy. It's so satisfying if the MC goes to the male lead and found out second main lead is better, but the second male lead doesn't want her back. My goodness. Right, example of this is Wolf Girl and oh my god, I remember watching that. These shows, okay, you know what? Like the only time I can understand when the guy is like really rude, but like the girl like likes him without even knowing what the guy is like, right? And the only time I would understand if the girl likes the guy and everything, and the guy is being really rude, is in this situation. The girl is very delusional, likes the guy purely based on their looks and how they're like outwardly shown, and then the guy is not actually like that, is actually actively cold to people, but the girl is just like, oh, but like I think I can change that, right? And then the girl chases after the guy, and the guy is just like, why are you doing this? I don't even like you. But then over time the girl is just like still very delulu. It's just like, I know I really like this person, you know, I still like this person, I know they're really mean, but I think they can change. Once they like me, they'll know I can fix it. And then the guy just goes that guy just goes like, oh, you know, it's like Nanake. It's like, oh, you know, she's actually kind of cool. Maybe I do kind of like her a little bit. And then the girl at this point is so like depressed already. It's just like, maybe they'll never like me ever again or whatever. And then the guy just starts liking them, and then they get together in the end. But then they finally start communicating. That kind of plot is okay. But like if it's like, for me personally, but like if it's just the guy is just mean to them the whole time, but the girl still likes him without any like downsides to it whatsoever, I'm like, I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. I also like those plots where when there's these plots where the characters actually communicate, is so nice. Like Yamada-kun, level 999, when they what's it called? They had a conversation about boundaries. That never happens in anime. Don't just suddenly become a good guy. Yeah. Guy falls for girl, calls her, but it's her alternate universe self who's into his alt self. Now they help each other over the phone with their counterparts. I think that's been done before. But it's like, so this one guy has like a watch that I can't remember what show it is, but like this guy has a watch that can change to different universes, and then they have a crush on this one girl, and then just was going through all the different universes to find one where he actually gets together with the girl. And there's this one universe where it seems very possible, and then the girl is just like, yeah, I like them because this and this, and then he learns from it and goes back to his original universe, and it's just like, okay, maybe if I try this it would actually happen, and then they end up getting together because of that. So it's cool. こんばんは。ダララララ boundaries. 99% of romance anime never communicate. I know. That's like how they make the... That's how they keep the plot running. Otherwise, it becomes like super short. First time seeing someone stream like this in the short format. Yeah, did you know that if you're on your phone, it actually covers the whole screen? I did watch Toradora. I watch it so often that I want a remake where they get together with their original love interest just for variety. Dun, 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 dun. Toradora is all good. I know. Honestly, like a tsundere anime, I like watching tsundere anime, but I would never want to I would never actually want to be like really close friends with like a tsundere too much, unless they're just like dere to me and there's tsundere to other people. Then I'm like, just you know what I mean? Communication tropes can be good when done correctly, but most of the time you can't handle the nonsense. Yeah, when you try to communicate and it doesn't work, it would be very hard for the communication. A tsundere friend sounds kind of bothersome. It's just like, it's not like I want to be your friend or anything. Tsunderes are a bit hit or miss for me. Like, I get the appeal, but sometimes it's a little too much. I know what you mean. I mean, it's nice, but when it gets a little, like, I think it just, there's a certain level. You gotta, like, go to a certain, like, like, once you cross a certain line, then it becomes, like, less interesting, you know? The typical I like you and the other guy says, oh, she just said that the moon's beautiful. No. It's like, how? And also like the always when they do like they're like the confessions at like a summer festival where they're about to watch the fireworks. Like, how do you expect people to listen to what you want to say when you know there's gonna be loud noises that's gonna cover up your voice, and especially you're not even speaking loudly enough for them to make sure that they can hear. Just speak it in a normal time. Yeah. I like sentences when they're written good, but a bad written sentence is kind of like it's so common. It's just like, it's like, oh, actually, I want to tell you something. The truth is, pew, 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 pew. Sorry, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you over the fireworks. Oh, it's just that pew, 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 pew. Like, bro, you could have picked a better time to say it. And then the guy's like, sorry, could you repeat that again? And the girl's like, oh, it's nothing, don't worry. Don't know about tsuneres, but kudere is definitely doable IRL, because imagine a guy generally cold but becomes so shy and sweet to you. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. It's tsundere, but in the opposite way would work. Like, the guy is only dere to the girl that they like, or like the girl is only dere to the guy that they like. That would work as well. Like, if they're like really like and stuff like that to everyone else, then you know what I mean? Monthly girls Nozaki-kun for this instance. Yeah, when the guy is really tsundere to everyone, and then they like this one girl, so they're really, really nice to the girl, and then the girl is also ends up liking the guy, and they're like getting together, and they're really having a good romance, and everyone else outside is just like, why are you even with this guy? He's like really, really like rude. Isn't he so rude? Like, how do you end up liking this person? And then the main character is like, what do you mean rude? He's always been so nice to me. And then everyone else is just like, what do you mean nice to you? Like how? He's never been nice to anyone. That kind of trope I think would work as well. What do you guys think? I enjoyed the I'm in love with the villainess, where the dynamic is just that one character is truly outright evil but gets reformed by the love of the other character. Whoa. Wow. Rude to everyone but me is such a good plot. I eat it up every single time. I know. It's an ideal situation, but it's almost never gonna happen ever. Ever. Because think of it this way, right? Why would someone who's always cold to everyone else suddenly like someone? Like, imagine, okay, for anyone who's dreaming for that to happen, the chances of it happening is probably 0.0000001%. Because think of it this way, if a person is cold to every single person, what makes you think that they're gonna suddenly like you and be nice to you, but still mean to everyone else? You know what I mean? That's gonna be almost impossible! Sorry for breaking your delulus. Well, that makes it all the more special. I mean, yeah. You're setting yourself up for pain, yeah. There's still a 1 in there, sir. I'm gonna be Delulu. Oh my gosh. Okay, but you know, because people might think it's just like, oh, but what if like the tsundere guy is actually one of those, like, they're really, really nice to their girlfriends or like or boyfriends or instead. You know what I mean? Like, what if they're really nice to you after they get to know you, and then they try to like be friend or be really, really nice or try to romance this guy that's actually just a really, really toxic guy, and then they're just like being toxic the entire time, and it makes them waste like a bunch of time in the end, and they're just like, oh, maybe it was actually not a good idea. Maybe he wasn't the dede person. He was just the tsun person instead. You know what I mean? Most of the guys tease the person they like and they get to know. I don't, you know, I really don't like the argument in primary school, in elementary school, when the teacher goes, oh, the boys are annoying you? Well, it's probably because they like you. Like, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. As a teacher, you should stop that. Or at least, as a teacher, you know, if anything, if you think that, if a teacher thinks that, right? If you, as a teacher, is like, oh, you know, the boys are annoying you, it's probably because they like you. Well, you as a teacher should go up to the boy and be like, if you like somebody, you need to be nice to them rather than trying to annoy them, because being nice to them will actually make them like you more. Imagine if all kids get taught this instead of being like told, yeah, if someone annoys you or bullies you, it's because they like you. Instead of that, I feel like that just promotes toxic relationships in the future. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it could be like the opposite way too. It starts as a one-sided love where A is merely indulging B, but then A falls in love with B and is told that A prefers it one-sided, so she has to hide. Wait, bloom into you. I don't know if I've seen that one. Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah, I have not. It's a Yuri anime? Ah, I see. Tease one. No, don't tease. It's so good. I'll have a look into it sometime. By that logic, that means if you were to give them a fucking nose, you really, really like them, right? No! Don't promote toxicity. Don't like Takagi-san. I have watched Takagi-san though. I have watched it. I was like, oh my gosh, if they did this in person, I would be so... I could not deal with that. No. Yeah. Nagatoru. Oh! I know. There's so many of these shows where they're like teasing people. I read Horimiya before the anime came out, and then when they were like, we're gonna have an anime about Horimiya soon, I was like, no way, there's a whole anime about Horimiya coming out soon. And I was so excited for it. And then I watched it and I was like, oh my god, these characters having a voice is so good. I think for Horimiya, I liked both the characters. I like both the characters, and the thing is, most of the time, I can't quite remember, but if I remember, it was more or less like the stuff that could look a little bit more problematic are both mutually agreed on. So like it kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's like everything that it's just like, I don't know if that's a good thing to do, but it's something that like, so for example, that time where like Horimiya was just like, I want you to be mean to me, and then the guy was like, are you sure? And then still does it anyways, and then she just really likes it, and everyone else is like worried for her, but she's just like, no, I asked him to do so. Like that fair, you know what I mean? She asked for it and he's applying, and he stops when he needs to stop as well. So like that stuff is fine. That's fine. But when it's just one-sided, that's not fine. You know what I mean? Lovely Complex! That one was cool too. I think I watched this one Japanese J-drama. I think it's my new favorite J-drama. I mean my recent favorite J-drama, but it's Good Morning Call. That one was cool too. There was a little bit of communication actually happening. And it's kind of, okay, that one is one of those situations where the guy is like really, really cold. And then the girl is just like, doesn't actually really like the guy at the start. It just happens to be in the same situation. Like they end up in the same house or anything. But then over time, they both get to know each other in their own ways. And they're like, oh, wow, their personality is kind of cool and everything. And they get to know each other and they end up liking each other. And that's how it ended up, and that's why I thought it was cool. Talk so fast. I know, when I start talking about like otaku situations, I start talking faster. When I start talking about anime and stuff, my speech is faster. Character developing love over them starting out as a head over heels into each other. I know! It makes so much more sense if they start off kind of like just like a normal person, right? And then over time, they're like, oh, you know, I kind of like enjoy hanging out with them because of this, and this. And then they end up liking each other because of that. We're both, it's not just like a one-sided person really, really likes this person. They just happen to be in a similar area. And they're like, oh, you know, this person's kind of cool. Those kind of plots needs to be done a little bit more recently. Because I think most of the stuff that gets like romance anime and stuff tends to be one-sided. Really likes this person because they're like cool or really, really smart or really, really like good at something, and they really like them and they try to get close to them, and then they finally get close, and then the other person starts falling in love with the person that initially liked them. That one tends to happen a lot, but I feel like I want to see more plots where both characters just happen to be in the same area and they both slowly just start to like each other. I want to see that more. I know it has happened a little bit, but I want to see it a bit more. But that plot will only have handholding in 12 episodes. Then make it longer! You can just talk about more different parts to it. Like, you don't... Romance anime is not about get together. No, it's... Romance anime is about the journey to the end. You know what I mean? Just keep, you know, it's fine. Take 12 episodes to finally start holding hands with each other. It's fine. And then after, just keep developing the relationship after time. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's my little thought about romance anime. It's all about the chase. Hey, hey. Hold up. So yeah. But there's an anime where all the girls like the guy, the same guy, then the guy is the most basic looking dude. The relationship starts at Zuko. The first moment, and they're already hugging each other and being like, oh my gosh! And there's ones, you know, it's like confession goes directly into a kiss scene, and you're like, Hayasuginai? Isn't that a little bit too soon? Shouldn't you guys like confession, get together, and then get to know each other a little bit more, and then holding hands, and then the other stuff? It's like, what? That took a sudden turn. The confession scene is just like the girl is like, what's it called? The misunderstanding between the characters, right? They're just like, they're fighting. It's just like, I guess they don't like me. And they're like, it's like, don't you know? I like you so much. And then the guy just like kisses the girl before she even finishes the sentence. And the girl's like, what? I guess this means that he likes me too. And it's just like, that's not how it works. I mean, I guess it does. It kind of does, but like, that's also another thing that happens a lot. Another real. I feel like Elo slow burn. I mean, I say all this, but I just watch everything anyways. I'm like, even if it's like a show that's very, very much like over, like the trope, even if it's a show with a trope that's very, very overdone, I still enjoy watching it anyways. I don't know why, I just do. I'm just like, yeah, let's just keep watching, it'll be fun. It's just nice. Slow burn is nice, honestly. Okay, but to be honest though, I like the slow burn ones that I actually like completed first. I like binge watching those instead. Like, because if it ends on a cliffhanger, I'll be like, no, not like this. So yeah, slow burns I like, but I like binge watching them rather than watching them week by week. If that makes sense. One-sided romance. I cringe. They touch each other. Wow. One love interest falls on the other. Like when they accidentally kiss and stuff. The Insomnia cover one, I saw the live action one actually, because it was on the plane. Like on the plane, they had the Insomniac. I forgot the name of it, but the live action version of that one show where two people have insomnia and they can't fall asleep and they end up liking each other or whatever. But I can't quite remember, because when I watch shows on the plane, I tend to forget everything. They fall on each other and they accidentally kiss or touch at that bad place or whatever. It's done for humor, but I've seen that way too often. But that also could also happen as well. I think it just depends. I'm fine with watching these like repetitive stuff too. I just like want like something that's different each like every now and then. Which is like, honestly, yeah. I actually haven't been able to watch Detective Conan yet. There's a lot of anime that I want to watch and I haven't gone around to. Detective Conan, like there's a lot of episodes. I saw this one shorts where they were like, Detective Conan was low-key like horror, and then they showed like one small scene about like one of the like parts of it. That that was like very, very spooky, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Why is this like so scary? What the heck? Last season, let's see, I watched a few. From last season, I watched Solo Leveling, Honey Lemon Soda. I Want to Escape Princess Lessons. Is Medalist last season or this season? I also watched I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in My Class. I didn't know if I really liked that one, but I still watched it a lot as well. I just kept watching it. The Daily Life of a Middle-Aged Online Shopper in Another World. I also watched that one, Oji-san became a villainess in a world, and then everybody suddenly really, really likes them, and they become like really, really nice. What's that one show called? The Villainous Oji-san. I think Medalist is this season, but I'm not sure. I think like last season was like, it was already like came out quite a lot, isn't it? But yeah. But I feel like the new season just began. No? Did a new season... Wait, wouldn't you say like a new season just started? So it's just a continuation as well, right? Like Apothecary Diaries is also... I'm getting a movie in June? Excited for that. Yeah, it just started. The best villainess is Oji-san all along. Except the funniest part is when the Oji-san tries to be mean and it's actually really nice after all. He's joined the stream and very, very close. That's right. We're gonna end in about 20 minutes though. お邪魔します。ようこそ。I'm trying to think of what I want to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want to do like, わかんないよ。What do we have? What options do we have? Let's see. Zatsudan! We're doing Zatsudan today! One Piece tonight. Yeah, I watched a new episode, and I know this is gonna be another episode again. I think they said they were gonna release one episode, like two episodes, one after another, essentially. So I'm excited for the next one. Gaming, but what gaming? I know I wanna do a game, but I don't know what game yet. So I'm trying to think. How about? Gaming! I'm trying to set up a, what's it called? A farming game collab too sometime. There's a lot. Sometimes it's hard to think of what to do because there's too many things to do and too little time to do those things. Wow. Faster. There was a new episode. And then there's gonna be another new episode coming out, I think. Should be, at least. I don't know what to stream. What? Should I do a new... Okay, I found a new farming game that might be, like, kind of interesting. It's called Voltaire, the Vegan Vampire. And I've had it in, like, my books for a little while. It's a farming game where the character you play as is a vampire, but also a vegan. So the vampire is a vegan, and if you think of it that way, in a way, it shouldn't work out. You know? You hook up with other members? No, not really, because my streams are my streams and other members' streams are other members' streams. So it's a bit different, you know? Each person is different. Gothic farming game? A little bit, yeah. It's a farming game, About a vampire who needs to farm for food instead of actually drinking blood. Can be like eating animals instead of humans. But they don't do that either. They're planting, I think they're planting like beetroots or whatever. He farms at night. I think so. I think so, but I found that game. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know what it would be like. But we could play that tomorrow. We could play that tomorrow. What do you guys think? Wow, my hand looks like it's broken. Vegetable juice instead of blood. Yeah, something like that. Red veggies. Eating tomato. It's like that one K-drama or like and webtoon. It's the orange marmalade, I think. Is that what it's called? With a girl, it's like a vampire, but they have like pig's blood or instead. I don't actually know. I haven't played it myself, so I'll have to see. You've heard it? I have to see what it's like. Tomato farmer. a vegan vampire. I saw it a while ago and I was like, wow, this is kind of interesting. So that's why I had it on my list a little bit and I was like, maybe I could play it. I'm interested to see how it gets tackled pretty much. If vampire drinks blood, is that still vegan? No, that's the thing. This character does not drink blood, I think. Let's see, Maria. Not real. The game? We'll see how it goes. Maybe it's from Tomato, maybe. Then are they really a vampire? I don't know. We'll see, because I don't know. It's a new species of vampires. I don't know how it's done, but I'm gonna try it out tomorrow. How about that? We'll try it out tomorrow. Stream time? We'll do... Let's do 3 p.m. JST. 3 p.m. JST tomorrow. And I'll post the schedule for the week. No, it's not. It's not Moonlight Peaks. I said the name earlier. I think I don't have class tomorrow. Wow. Alright, everyone. I think I'm gonna end somewhat soon. And then go... Hopefully I don't procrastinate too much. I probably will. But hopefully I don't procrastinate. Wish me luck, everyone. We got the... I think I'll do a manual raid again today. To Sunny Senpai. It's Sunny Senpai's birthday. And he's doing a comfy karaoke. Hehe. I hope I don't procrastinate. I hope I don't procrastinate. Pray for me, everyone. Pray for me. Do 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 do. Thank you for coming by, everyone. Rage. Okay, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh my gosh, instant. Thank you, everyone. Sending you guys a manual raid over to Sunny Senpai. I'm also gonna post the shorts after this, so keep an eye out for it and watch it as well. この後ね、ショート動画もアップする予定なので、よかったら見てみてください。はい、では、おつまりりんでした。また明日ね、See you tomorrow. Bye bye. ひひ。